105.
The following is a special presentation of Horn Radio Sports. Here's Eric Gerhardt.
A good Friday afternoon / evening. We got another night of Farragut High School hoops for you here on FM 105.3 WFIV. As tonight, Farragut makes the trip over to West High School, second meeting of the 2019-2020 season for these programs. And, of course, it'll be the girls to get things started. The Lady Admirals coming off arguably their best performance of the season. Certainly it ranks up there as Farragut on Tuesday with a 57-40 victory over Heritage at Lynn Sexton Gymnasium. That improved the Lady Admirals to 15-6 overall, 6-2 in region play. And you look back to when these teams met earlier, it was actually the district opener on December 3rd, and the Lady Admirals won going away at home 70-37 over the Lady Rebels of West that night. West has but one district win this year. They're 1-7 in the district, 7-11 overall, and so Farragut should have this one in hand throughout. If Farragut comes, takes care of business early on. They will be without Macy Barnes. She had an ankle injury against Heritage on Tuesday night, so she's going to be out a few games at least. And then I'm also told that Ace Strickland had some knee swelling just kind of out of the clear blue yesterday, and so she's somewhat questionable. Got a brace on her left knee, and so we'll see how much, if any, she plays tonight. But regardless of the lineup, again, just the disparity between these teams, to be quite frank, Farragut should have no problem picking up their 7th district win of the year. In our nightcap, a little different story there. Farragut and West, when they squared off back on December 3rd in boys action, the Admirals won it 53-38. However, West has been playing some of its best basketball here of late, really since the calendar turned to 2020. They, let's see, as far as district games go, since the new year, it was West with a 34-point victory over Heritage, 74-40 in this gym. It was then West on the 14th, defeating William Blount here, 59-52. And you move on then to the 17th, a week ago, and at Bearden, West played the Bulldogs to a single-digit game, Bearden winning on its home floor over the Rebels 69-60. And then did the Rebels on Tuesday over Lenoir City. That was on the road, a 20-point victory for West, 63-43. Farragut is coming off a nice victory on Tuesday night as well in boys action, defeating Heritage 70-49. But what that all shapes up as for our boys contest coming up later this evening is a pair of 4-4 teams in District 4 action squaring off. So that'll be big because you've got Maryville 8-0, Bearden 6-2, Hardin Valley 5-3, and then Farragut and West right there tied at 4-4, followed by William Blount at 3-5. Heritage is 2-6, and Lenoir City 0-8. So a huge game here as far as the District 4 AAA standings go, and certainly a bigger game even for the boys. If they could get the season sweep, then they would own the tiebreaker over the Rebels should they end up, of course, with identical district marks at the end of the regular season. So a big one coming up later in boys action, and the girls to get things started. Farragut 6-2 in the district, tied for second with Maryville, which handed Bearden its first loss on Tuesday, 48-46. So Bearden 7-1, Maryville and Farragut's Lady Admirals both 6-2. Heritage is 5-3 after the loss to Farragut by 17 on Tuesday. And then you got William Blount and Hardin Valley, pair of 3-5 teams. West and Lenoir City 1-7. Different gyms, different schools do it differently as far as when the playing of the national anthem is. So we're holding on here for just a moment to see. Looks like they're going to do it here at West between games or before the boys' game. And so we'll go ahead with the introduction of the starting lineups. Farragut in its navy road jerseys with the white numerals outlined in gray. It'll be Madison Hodge, 5'5", a senior. Number 2 for the Admirals. Number 4, Clara Wyatt, 6'1", a senior. Avery Strickland will get the start, 5'11", sophomore. She wears number 13. Also, McCall Willis in the starting lineup tonight, number 32, 5'10", a sophomore. Rounding out the starting five, number 34, Keely Rogers, 5'8", a sophomore. Lady Admirals, of course, coached by Jason Mayfield, assisted by Andy Arndt, and the trio of former Lady Admirals, Alex Monday, Madison Maples, and Kristen Freeman. The West Lady Rebels are coached by Caitlin Hollyfield, Powell legend back in her day. She's assisted by Jessica Lee and Shay Coker. And the Lady Rebels in their home white will start with Abby Gray, number 11, 5'7", sophomore. Also number 20, Alexis Porter, 5'10", a junior. Number 23, Aisha Abduraquib, 5'8", a sophomore. Number 24, Nakia Duvall, 5'9", a senior. And rounding out the starting five for Coach Hollifield will be number 30, Kyra Bunton, 5'3", a junior. You look back at that earlier meeting, Bunton and Duvall reached double figures for the Lady Rebels. Bunton had 12, Duvall had 10, and for Farragut in that first matchup, Claire Wyatt had 20 points to lead the Lady Admirals. Last matchup, last game for Farragut, Tuesday night against Heritage. I think Strickland maybe was the leading scorer. It looks like that was the case with 20. We are underway. Girls game here at West High School, and the Lady Admirals will control the opening tip. West looks like they're in a zone. Strickland gets it down low and spins to the baseline, kisses it off the glass. Good start for the Lady Admirals. Coach Mayfield been stressing of late how important it is for Strickland to get 12, 15, whatever shots up over the course of the game. They go right to her. West looks to answer. They go down low and spinning on the block. Duvall with an answering basket. So both teams able to get the ball down low, knock one home off the window. Strickland at one end for the Lady Admirals and Duvall at the other end for the Lady Rebels. Farragut in front court as Rogers drives right baseline. Little floater, no good. Rebounded away by West's Alexis Porter. Into front court, it comes to Duvall. Back to Kyra Bunton. Farragut is man-to-man defensively. Reaching Strickland, nearly knocked it away from Abby Gray, who grabs it back. Gives now to Bunton. Left side Porter, guarded there by McCall Willis. West working the ball around the perimeter. In the right corner, Gray has it. Very close to picking up her pivot foot. Exchanged the ball, got it back, now goes inside. There's Porter down the right side of the lane. Can't hit the shot. Rebounded away by Rogers. Ahead it comes to Strickland, ahead of the pack, and she'll lay it up and in. Nice long pass, good look by Keely Rogers, and Strickland with the basket. She's got both of Farragut's early buckets, and the Lady Admirals lead 4-2. Farragut with a press. Ball comes across the timeline, and Duvall doubled, needs some help, steps through the double team, throws it behind a cutting teammate. That was Gray, who it was intended for, but a little wide of the mark. And Farragut will get it as the ball skips out of bounds across the way. Lady Admirals leading 4-2. Madison Hodge at the point. Drives by her defender into the lane. Circles back out. Gives to Rogers. She moves into the paint. Head fakes the shot. Now goes up with a little 12-footer and hits it. Keely Rogers with her first basket. Farragut leads 6-2. Kyra Bunton to Gray. Very close to an over and back. Across the timeline for good now to Duvall. Back to Bunton. Bunton doubled. Looks down low to Porter. Good look. Porter with a shot up over McCall Willis. Won't go. Rebounded away by Claire Wyatt. Claire Wyatt will bring it in front court for the Lady Admirals. Down the right side of the paint, all the way to the bucket. Put it up off the window. No, but a whistle sounds and a couple of free throws coming for Claire as Abby Gray picks up the first foul of tonight's ball game. Six to 2, Farragut leading, and Claire Wyatt looking for her first points. She's got it. Farragut's leading scorer on the season, averaging about 15 points per game. Second toss for Claire, rims out, but McCall Willis tips it out, tracks it down, gives to Claire on the right baseline, actually moving out now into the corner, goes Strickland for a three, no good, grabs her own miss, and with a beautiful little quick pass inside to McCall Willis, lays it up and in. Sort of a shovel pass, really quick motion by Strickland. And Willis with the basket. West breaks the press nicely, but Porter misses a layup, grabs her own miss, goes back up with it, no good. Tipped out of bounds. We'll go to Farragut. Lady Admirals leading 9-2. Madison Hodge brings it in front court, picked up by Kyra Bunton. Now Porter's got her on a switch to Keely Rogers. Rogers starts right, comes back left, tried to rifle it down low on the right block for McCall Willis, but West knocked it out of bounds. 9-2, Lady Admirals leading with 4:51 to play in the opening quarters. Keely Rogers inbounds from the baseline right. Out top to Claire. She'll shoot from 17, offline, rebound by Keely Rogers, lays it back up and in. Rogers on the offensive glass gives Farragut an 11-2 lead. Here's a double team in rear court on Bunton, needs some help, and Coach Hollifield uses a 30-second timeout. So West talking things over as they were trapped in the corner, deep in rear court, trailing 11-2. 3 minutes, 22 seconds into this ball game. Farragut with the first two baskets belonging to Ace Strickland. Then Rogers scored a basket. Claire Wyatt had a free throw, missed her second free throw, but Farragut kept it alive with McCall Willis. Strickland missed a three, grabbed her own rebound in a beautiful quick shovel pass, right, just almost a no-look pass down low to Willis, who laid it up and in. And then Rogers a moment ago with an offensive rebound and stick back. That's how Farragut's gotten to 11. Nakia Duvall has West's lone basket. So the Lady Rebels with it. Here's a double team in rear court. Pass comes ahead to Duvall. Duvall with the pass down low in front court, intended for Porter, and she just mishandled it. Lost it out of bounds. So the Lady Rebels able to handle the press and get the ball down low to Porter, but maybe thinking about the shot a little prematurely, took her eyes off of it, lost it out of bounds. West's second turnover here early on. Madison Hodge in front court. Porter has checked out of the ball game. West has gotten Imani Harden into the ball game. Claire Wyatt drives the lane and scores against Faith Mills. Mills just into the lineup as well for West, and Wyatt beats her off the dribble. Claire's first field goal. Here's a steal in rear court. Rogers with it and then tried to force the pass inside, and it's taken back by West. Lady Rebels in front court. Mills left side short jumper for West, no good. Tipped by Claire Wyatt, controlled by Keely Rogers, ahead to Madison Hodge. Hodge driving to the basket, scores with the left hand. Madison gets out in transition, scores her first bucket, and Farragut leads 15-2. 3:45 to play first quarter as Harden takes a pass from Bunton, dribbling towards front court, and Hodge just takes it away, and they call a held ball. Into the ball game, Abduraquib returns to the lineup for West, and she will spell Abby Gray. So, Imani Harden, Kyra Bunton, Aisha Abduraquib, Faith Mills, and Nakia Duvall on the floor for West. Duvall launches a three from the right corner. It's no good. Rebounded away by Claire Wyatt, ahead to Keely Rogers, and it'll be just over Keely's outstretched hand. So Farragut trying to get out in transition, but the pass a little bit too tall for Keely, and West will get it back as the ball sails out over the baseline. 15-2, Farragut leading. That's what you wanted to see if you're Coach Mayfield or a Lady Admiral supporter. Farragut grab control of this at the outset. There's a steal by Claire Wyatt. Wyatt driving for the basket, fouled. Bunton prevents the layup with the foul, or at least an uncontested layup. Did enough to make Claire miss it, and now she'll go to the line, shoot two, as Bunton picks up her first foul and the team's second. Hope you'll be with us all night long. Boys action will follow here at West High School, and it should be a good one. Pair of 4-4 teams where their district records are concerned. Claire Wyatt with a free throw up and good. She hits it better than 80% from the foul line. 2 of 3 here in the early going. She's the only player on either team to have attempted any free throws thus far. Farragut leading 16-2. Faith Mills, I believe, out of the game for West. Second toss, good by Claire. So Claire's got 5, and the Lady Admirals lead by 15. Abduraquib dribbles in front court. Here comes the double team. And they call Madison Hodge for a foul. That'll be the first foul against the Lady Admirals, and West will have the ball right in front of the scorer's table at midcourt. as Bunton takes a pass in rear court from Abduraquib, moves her back across into front court, guarded by Madison Hodge, lost her dribble, but able to push it over to Harden. Harden drives into the lane, and her pass intended in the right corner for Bullock. Grishira Bullock just into the ball game, freshman. She couldn't handle it. It was thrown a little bit low in the vicinity of her feet, and so West with another turnover. It's fourth here in the opening stanza. Farragut leading 17-2. Madison Hodge in front court. Approaches the West zone. Looks like a 2-on-2. Claire Wyatt takes a pass, right side, puts up a 17-footer. No good. Ashlyn Sheridan battling for the rebound just into the ball game. Couldn't get it. Pretty good box out by West Abduraquib, and the Lady Rebels with the ball trailing by 15. Bunton into the lane, gives out to Harden. Right side three, no good. Abduraquib, weak side rebound. Skips it over to Bunton on the right side. Ashlyn Sheridan there defensively. I think Ashlyn got a piece of that shot. It comes up well short, but it lands kind of in the lap down low underneath the basket of Abduraquib, who lays it up and in. Back the other way, long pass to Sheridan. Sheridan bounces it through the lane to Strickland. Strickland needs some help, gives it back out to Keely Rogers. West got back that time defensively. Farragut goes inside from Rogers to Wyatt, and Claire from the free throw line cans a 15-footer. Claire's got 7. And the Lady Admirals lead 19-4. 1:48 to play opening quarter. Abduraquib, cross-court pass stolen away by Claire. And here's Claire Wyatt driving to the basket. And a little changed hands, goes up with the right hand and scores. So Claire with the steal and the basket. She's got 9. Got at least a couple of steals by Claire here early on. And nearly a steal by Farragut, but Abduraquib stepped through a double team and now feeds on the left baseline. Bullock for a short jumper that is missed. Wyatt the rebound. Ahead the pass comes to Madison Hodge. Hodge goes up with a shot. It won't go down. Ashlyn Sheridan, though, with an offensive rebound, gives it out to Rogers. Rogers penetrates. Back out to Claire Wyatt. Three-pointer from out top. No good. Sheridan with a rebound. Didn't hit the follow, but Avery Strickland does. So the Lady Admirals with the basket from Strickland, who has 6. And I think they got 4 cracks at it on that trip. Good job on the offensive glass as the Lady Admirals lead 23-4. And again, Abduraquib just kind of puts her head down, is going to bull her way through the double team, and this time she draws a foul from Farragut. Into the ball game, Lauren White and Gabby Duncan. They gave the foul to Keely Rogers, her first, team second. West with the ball at midcourt, Gray to inbound. Rogers trying to deny, getting it to Bunton. Count is on, and will lob to Bunton in rear court. Bunton moves into the lane. Pass is deflected down low, and Rogers comes away with it. Rogers with the basketball, heading back the other way for the Lady Admirals. Keely picked up by Duval, gives to Duncan, to Sheridan. Sheridan bounce pass inside looking for Lauren White, and West got a hand on it, deflected it away, and comes up with a steal. We go under a half minute to play in the opening quarter. Here's Bunton. Left side jumper from the elbow is good by Kyra Bunton. She's got 6, 23-6. Farragut leads. Ball in front court to Claire Wyatt with 13 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Claire fouled on a reach by Bunton. Second foul on Bunton, third foul on West as a team, 9.1 seconds to play. Claire Wyatt inbounding. Goes to Keely Rogers, hands it back to Claire. Claire to Duncan. Gabby, left side three, good. Gabby Duncan with a three-pointer, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Duncan hits the three to give the Lady Admirals a 26-6 advantage. We'll get a 1-minute break and return with second quarter action in our girls contest as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops presented by Pilot Food Marts on I-105.
WFIV 105.3 FM, Loudon, Knoxville, Lenore City. This is I-105. Shop Farragut wishes you and the entire Admiral Sports Nation much success and happiness this exciting season and reminds you to shop Farragut all year long. Your Farragut retailers, restaurants, and service providers have worked hard to make your shopping easy and a bargain. Follow Shop Farragut on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to get all of the deals and discounts you need. Go Admirals!
Pilot, wherever you are, we are right on your way. With that Pilot My Rewards card, you can save in so many ways. Every 6th cup of the freshest coffee in town is on us. Mayfield milk is always just $3.99. You'll always save 3 cents per gallon of gas. And we always have daily specials by downloading the Pilot app. Pilot, wherever you are, we're right on your way to the game.
Second quarter underway in our girls' contest here at West High School. Farragut leading 26-6. Keely Rogers driving left against Bunton. Circles back, comes back right off Strickland's screen. Gives to Sheridan. Right wing three-pointer for Ashland. No good. Long rebound, and Ashland gives chase. And ball knocked into rear court. Farragut comes back the other way with it. Rogers, right side. Keely keeps the dribble alive, goes left, now picks it up, bounces it inside to Lauren White. Up and under move by Lauren. Rim will not accept it. Taken away on the defensive board by Cassidy Johnson of West. Good move by Lauren. The ball came out of the cylinder. Here's West in front court. Bunton driving, and the ball is knocked loose. Strickland comes away with it. Strickland leading a 2-on-2 break, feeds Ashland Sheridan, who lays it up and in. Sheridan with her first basket, and the Lady Admirals capitalizing on what was West's sixth turnover of the ball game. Farragut leading by 22, 28-6. Lady Admirals showing press, but really not applying any pressure. Backpedaling as West brings it across the timeline. Here's Bunton down the right side of the lane, scoops a shot up and gets it to go. Kyra Bunton with her second basket of the ball game, and it's 28-8. Here's Farragut down low. Strickland on a feed from Rogers. Lays it up and in. Good quick look by Keeley. And ace Strickland now with 8 points. 30-8 Farragut leads. West, Bunton across the timeline. Gives off to Duval. Gives it back to Bunton. Right side to Gray. Gray moves closer. Shoots a 15-footer and hits it off the right side. Abby Gray, West sophomore with her first bucket. 30-10. Rogers in front court, drives into the lane, gives to Lauren White. White out to Strickland, left side three. No good. Weak side rebound, tipped out of bounds. Touch last by West, I believe. McCall Willis, Madison Hodge into the ball game. Keely Rogers, Ashland Sheridan get breathers. Hodge will inbound from the baseline left. Nobody coming open, lobs it to Gabby Duncan, out high left side, now to Strickland over on the right side. Strickland working off Lauren White's screen, gives right side to Duncan. Now Strickland screens for Duncan. Duncan gives it up out top to Madison Hodge, who's guarded by Harden of West. It's like West matching up man now. Here's Hodge down the left side of the lane with a floater, good. Madison, second basket of the ball game. 32-10, Farragut by 22. Bunton across the timeline. Dribbles past a double-team effort and now throws it away. I think no. Harden's going to save it for the Lady Rebels. Hodge nearly had the steal. Gives it up right side for a three that is too strong. McCall Willis with the rebound off that miss by Nakia Duval. And what do we have? Perhaps held ball, and it'll go to West on the alternate possession. 5:21 to go, first half. Farragut leading 32-10 as Bunton inbounds from the baseline left for her Lady Rebels, and the pass comes in off a deflection and going to be lost out of bounds. Came into Duval. Strickland did a good job deflecting it, and then wheeling Duval in the paint after getting the deflection to try a shot. She just simply lost it, crashed to the floor. They check on her. She's okay. She'll stay in the game. But a turnover for the Lady Rebels, and Farragut will get it, leading by 22. Hodge in a hurry in front court for the Lady Admirals. Gives to Strickland. Strickland into the paint with the right hand. Puts it up a little too strong. Rebounded away by Duval of West. Given to Bunton. Bunton in front court. Farragut needs to stop the ball. Bunton into the lane. Pull-up jumper. No good. Rebounded away by Strickland. Strickland into front court for the Lady Admirals. Guarded by Porter. Gives to Hodge, who's guarded by Harden. West open zone. More man now. McCall Willis, right side jumper, no good. Knocked out of bounds, touch last by Farragut. Lady Admirals getting Claire Wyatt back into the ball game. West will also get Cassidy Johnson back into the game. She replaces Gray. Gabby Duncan for Farragut comes out of the lineup. So you've got Claire Wyatt, Madison Hodge, Ace Strickland, McCall Willis, and Lauren White on the floor currently for Coach Mayfield. And Alexis Porter driving right side, bumped and fouled by, I assume, Lauren White. Yes, Lauren picks up her first foul. should be the team third. Both teams with 3 fouls here in the first half. 4:31 to go first half. Farragut leading 32-10 as pass comes in out top to Harden. Harden for West gives it up to Kyra Bunton. Bunton to Duvall, right side, guarded by Madison Hodge. Here's Harden down the right side of the lane, and Strickland with the block shot, but then her pass ricochets off McCall Willis right to Porter, who knocks it home off the window. Alexis Porter with her first basket. Nice defensive play by Strickland, but she was about to go out of bounds and saved it quickly into a teammate who was unsuspecting. Farragut back the other way. Madison Hodge, three-pointer, right side, good. Madison coming off a 9-point effort against Heritage on Tuesday night. Just averages a little over 2 per game and has 7 here in the first half. Bunton driving for West, gives it off left side to Harden for a 3 that is no good. Porter with a weak side rebound. Her shot no good. Knocked away, picked up by White. Ahead to Claire Wyatt. Claire ahead to Avery Strickland. Now back to the trailing Claire. Cannot finish. McCall Willis had it but is stripped. Nice look by Strickland, giving the ball back to the trailing Claire Wyatt. But shot would not go down for the Lady Admirals. And so West in front court with 3:20 to play in the first half as Bunton swings the ball left side to Harden. Hodge there defensively. Now Duvall, top of the key three-pointer, no good. Strickland with the rebound for the Lady Admirals. Ahead to Claire White on the left wing. There's Willis down the middle of the lane. Takes the pass from Claire, lays it up and in. So McCall Willis with her second basket. And nicely done by the Lady Admirals as far as their ball movement, getting out in transition. And 37-12, Farragut leading by 25 with 3:01 to play in our first half. Coach Hollifield of West asking for a full timeout. So with timeout on the floor, we'll get a 1-minute break and return with more. Farragut leading the Lady Rebels 37-12 here at West High School as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops presented by Pilot Food Marts on I-105.
Go Admirals, and best of luck to the student athletes of Farragut High School from Travis Marine, your exclusive dealer for Cobalt boats, Coach Tri-Tunes, and Supreme Inboards. Hyperlight wake surf and wakeboards are in the pro shop, plus tubes, ski ropes, and more. Travis Marine now has off-season pricing on all boats and equipment, plus a full-service repair and parts center for all types of service needed. Travis Marine is Knoxville's only on-the-water boat dealer. You can play in their backyard anytime on Tedford Road off North Shore Drive. More at TravisMarine.com.
Hi, this is Dave from VG's Bakery. Hard to believe that 20 years ago we opened our little bakery in Farragut. Our promise then is the same promise we make today. We will offer only the finest handmade baked goods. Whether you come to one of the 7 farmers markets we attend each week or come to our bakery in the Cole Shopping Center in Farragut, you will taste the quality. Come see, smell, and taste what's baking 20 years later at VG's Bakery. Handcrafted baked goods. Oh, yeah.
Lady Admirals running a little 2-3 zone defensively, and a missed shot by Johnson of West in the corner. Farragut comes up with a rebound, but it's going to be Keely Rogers stripped in front court. And so West back the other way with it. Lady Admirals leading with 2.5 minutes to go in our first half, 37-12 here at West High School. Boys action will follow this evening as Farragut and West tied in the district standings currently at 4-4. Three-pointer out top, Bunton, no good, and McCall Willis on the deck comes up with the ball but then throws it at the feet of Rogers. Rogers, nice job corralling it. Here comes Keeley in front court. Keeley Rogers all the way to the basket with a shot. No, but she was fouled, and a couple of free throws coming for the Lady Admiral sophomore. Foul is on Faith Mills, and it'll be her first and the team fourth. So Keeley Rogers with the free throw, good. Keely Rogers, 5 points, 2 minutes to play. First half, Farragut now leading 38-12. Everybody out of the lane as Coach Mayfield was talking to the other 4 Lady Admirals on the floor. Madison Hodge, Ace Strickland, Claire White, McCall Willis. Meanwhile, Keely Rogers, the second free throw, rims out. 38-12, Farragut leading. Gray for West. I don't know how that's not an over and back violation, but not ruled one. So West in front court. Bunton, guarded by Rogers, drives the lane into a lot of traffic, lost a handle on it. It's saved over here on the near side by Abduraquib, returned out top to Harden. Harden gives to Bunton, Bunton to Gray in the corner, matched up with there by Claire White out of this 2-3 zone. And there's a shot contested by Claire, blocked. Bunton from the right baseline had her shot blocked. Gray came up with the deflection, and now a whistle sounds and a foul is called on Claire White. It'll be her first and the team fourth. 1:19 to go until halftime. Bunton for West, inbounding from under her own basket, and it comes to Mills. Spins. Tough angle, deep under the basket. Can't get the shot to go. It deflects right to Gray, though, who cans a short jumper off the left side. So Abby Gray has 4 points, and Farragut leads 38-14. 1 minute to go, first half. Madison Hodge to Ace Strickland. West has gone back to a zone. Started in a zone, went man, now back to the zone. Farragut went zone coming out of the last time out. Madison Hodge, having played man otherwise in this first half. Madison Hodge with a right side three that is no good, rebounded away by West. Lady Rebels in front court, Bunton with the basketball. Guarded now by Keely Rogers. No? Let's see. Yeah, I think they're maybe going back man here. Gray, her pass deflected by Wyatt, picked up by Strickland. Here's Strickland ahead of the pack, driving for a layup. That is good. Lady Admirals force the turnover, and Strickland explodes to the basket at the other end. She is in double figures now, leading scorer with 10 points. 7 seconds to play. Long pass comes in front court to Mills, wide open, but missed the layup. McCall Willis comes away with it, gives to Madison Hodge. Madison ahead to Avery. Ace will not get a shot off as the first half comes to a close. Farragut will go to the locker room, leading 40-14, as the Lady Admirals were up 26-6 at the end of the first quarter and outscore West there in quarter number 2, 14-8. Again, it all adds up to a 26-point cushion here at intermission. We'll get a 2-minute break and return to take a look at the first half numbers on the other side as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops, presented by Pilot Food Marts on I-105.
You've got dirt, grime, and French fries from last season tucked under your front seat. From the rush of work and play, you've even collected enough dog hair in your vehicle to make a winter coat. Truth be told, your car's a mess, but the memories created will last a lifetime. Pure Magic Car Wash helps you bring back the magic in your vehicle and in your life. Stop by any of our 5 area locations today or check us out at PureMagicCarWash.com. Pure Magic Car Wash. Life happens in your car. Bring back the magic.
Go Admirals, and best of luck to the student-athletes of Farragut High School from Travis Marine, your exclusive dealer for Cobalt boats, Coach Tri-Tunes, and Supreme Inboards. Hyperlight Wake Surf and Wake Boards are in the Pro Shop, plus tubes, ski ropes, and more. Travis Marine now has off-season pricing on all boats and equipment, plus a full-service repair and parts center for all types of service needed. Travis Marine is Knoxville's only on-the-water boat dealer. You can play in their backyard anytime on Tedford Road off North Shore Drive. More at TravisMarine.com.
Hi, this is Dave from VT's Bakery. Hard to believe that 20 years ago we opened our little bakery in Farragut. Our promise then is the same promise we make today. We will offer only the finest handmade baked goods. Whether you come to one of the 7 farmers markets we attend each week or come to our bakery in the Cole Shopping Center in Farragut, you will taste the quality. Come see, smell, and taste what's baking 20 years later at VG's Bakery. Handcrafted baked goods. Oh, yeah.
Pilot, wherever you are, we are right on your way. With that Pilot My Rewards card, you can save in so many ways. Every 6th cup of the freshest coffee in town is on us. Mayfield milk is always just $3.99. You'll always save 3 cents per gallon of gas. And we always have daily specials by downloading the Pilot app. Pilot, wherever you are, we're right on your way to the game.
Back here at West High School, we are at halftime of our girls' contest with the Lady Admirals in control, 40-14. Exactly what you wanted to see from Farragut in the first half as they came in 6-2 in the district, 15-6 overall. One of their better performances of the season on Tuesday night with the win over Heritage at Lynn Sexton Gymnasium, 57-40. And West, a struggling team, 1-7 in the district, 7-11 overall, but just 1-7 in district play. And when you look back at the earlier meeting, the district opener on December 3rd, Farragut led that game 26-3 at the quarter break. And in this one, it was 26-6 at the quarter break. So in both instances, against a team that, frankly, you should dominate, Farragut has wasted no time in establishing that domination. So, again, back on December 3rd, they led by 23 at the end of the first quarter. Here tonight at West, Farragut with a 20-point lead after the first quarter. Things evened up a little bit more there in quarter number 2 with Farragut outscoring West 14-8. Adds up to a 26-point lead at halftime for the Lady Admirals, 40-14. I had West with 8 first-half turnovers, Farragut with 5. You look at the individual scoring. For the Lady Rebels, Abby Gray has 4 points. Kyra Bunton also with 4 points. And then a trio of Lady Rebels with 2 points apiece. Nakia Duval, Aisha Abduraquib, and Alexis Porter. For Farragut, Madison Hodge with 7 points, included in the seniors total, a 3-pointer. Claire Wyatt, 3 of 4 from the line. She has 9 points. Gabby Duncan, 3 points on a first quarter 3-pointer. Ace Strickland leads all scorers with 10 points. McCall Willis has 4. Keely Rogers, 1 of 2 from the line. 5 first-half points for Keely. And Ashlyn Sheridan rounds out Farragut's first-half scoring with 2 points. The Lady Admirals were 4 of 6 from the foul line. West did not shoot any free throws. And West also did not hit a 3-pointer, while the Lady Admirals got a pair of threes, 1 apiece from Madison Hodge and Gabby Duncan. Again, Farragut leading at halftime, 40-14. We'll get another 2-minute break and return with more as you listen to Farragut High School basketball, presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's independent voice, I-105.
Pilot, wherever you are, we are right on your way. With that Pilot My Rewards card, you can save in so many ways. Every 6th cup of the freshest coffee in town is on us. Mayfield milk is always just $3.99. You'll always save 3 cents per gallon of gas. And we always have daily specials by downloading the Pilot app. Pilot, wherever you are, we're right on your way to the game.
Shop Farragut wishes you and the entire Admiral Sports Nation much success and happiness this exciting season and reminds you to shop Farragut all year long. Your Farragut retailers, restaurants, and service providers have worked hard to make your shopping easy and a bargain. Follow Shop Farragut on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to get all of the deals and discounts you need. Go Admirals!
You've got dirt, grime, and French fries from last season tucked under your front seat. From the rush of work and play, you've even collected enough dog hair in your vehicle to make a winter coat. Truth be told, your car's a mess, but the memories created will last a lifetime. Pure Magic Car Wash helps you bring back the magic in your vehicle and in your life. Stop by any of our 5 area locations today or check us out at PureMagicCarWash.com. Pure Magic Car Wash. Life happens in your car. Bring back the magic.
Go Admirals, and best of luck to the student athletes of Farragut High School from Travis Marine, your exclusive dealer for Cobalt boats, Coach Tri-Tunes, and Supreme Inboards. Hyperlight Wake Surf and Wakeboards are in the Pro Shop, plus tubes, ski ropes, and more. Travis Marine now has off-season pricing on all boats and equipment, plus a full-service repair and parts center for all types of service needed. Travis Marine is Knoxville's only on-the-water boat dealer. You can play in their backyard anytime on Tedford Road off North Shore Drive. More at TravisMarine.com.
Eric Gerhardt back with you here at West High School. Dusty Street back at our WFIV studios. If you happen to be watching online at the Booster Club's live stream page, that video brought to you by Brandon Campbell. Pleased to add that additional feature to the broadcasts this year with all the district games, Tuesday and Friday nights. When we're here with WFIV, Brandon's alongside. BDC Productions providing the video, and I think that'll probably continue through the tournament season as well. But the Lady Admirals in control here at halftime, 40-14 over the homestanding West Lady Rebels. Farragut being led by Ace Strickland, who has 10 points. Claire Wyatt has 9, and Madison Hodge with 7. Those are the leading scorers for the Lady Admirals. For West, a couple of players with 4 points apiece, Kyra Bunton and Abby Gray. other matchups around District 4 on this Friday night. Bearden makes the trip over to Hardin Valley. Lenoir City is at Heritage, and William Blount welcomes Maryville. Looking at the District 4 AAA standings on the girls' side of things, Bearden is 7-1 after the Lady Bulldogs lost for the first time in district play on Tuesday night at Maryville. It was the Lady Rebels with the win on their home floor, 48-46. Bearden still retains the top spot, but again, no longer with an unblemished district mark. Bearden 7-1, followed by Maryville at 6-2. Farragut also 6-2, although the Lady Admirals, having played Maryville just once thus far, and having lost at Maryville, currently you'd give Maryville the nod as the second-place team. Farragut would be third with that identical 6-2 district mark. Heritage, fourth, with 5-3 district record, followed by William Blount and Hardin Valley, both of whom are 3-5. Then you've got West and Lenoir City that are both 1-7. But Lady Admirals right now, one game back of district leader Bearden, and again, as far as the record goes, tied with Maryville for second place. And you look ahead to next week's games on Tuesday. Farragut goes to William Blount, and a week from tonight, it'll be Farragut hosting Bearden. A couple of big ones next week, really for both the girls and the boys teams. And while the Lady Admirals have taken care of business here in the first 16 minutes like you'd like to see them do, the boys game, we anticipate it being much more competitive. West playing some good basketball of late. Farragut coming off a good performance against Heritage on Tuesday night after a disappointing performance a week ago against Hardin Valley. And that rebound win for Coach Higgins' Admirals on Tuesday, 70-49 over Heritage, moved them to 4-4 in the district. West is also 4-4 in the district. The Rebels coming off a 20-point victory at Lenoir City on Tuesday, 63-43. So again, that'll be a big one a little bit later on this evening. Two teams tied currently for fourth place in the District 4 standings on the boys' side of things. So as we start the second half of our girls' contest, Farragut with first possession, West in a zone. Madison Hodge will launch a three. She's going to be short. Taken off the floor by Gray of West, given to Bunton. Bunton lead pass in front court. Comes up the left side to Duval. Duval returns it to Bunton, who'll be picked up man-to-man by Madison Hodge. High post bounce pass goes to Porter. Hands it off to Duval, whose shot from the free throw line, I think, was blocked. Down low, it's saved by Porter. Given back to Duval on the left baseline, and she hits a mid-range jumper. Duval now the third Lady Rebel with 4 points tonight. Those are the leading scorers for West. Abby Gray, Kyra Bunton, and now Duval. Claire Wyatt driving right side, lost the ball. West reached in, knocked it away, and it ricochets off Claire's leg or foot out of bounds, and the Lady Rebels will get the basketball. 40-16. Bunton across the timeline. Bounce pass, high post, goes to Gray, back to the basket, guarded by Keely Rogers. One dribble, picks it up, gives off to Abduraquib, coming right to left. She gives on the perimeter to Bunton, back to Gray at the free throw line. West going to reset. Bunton out top, starts to drive, gives in the corner. Abduraquib, a floater on the left baseline, no good. Keely Rogers tracks down the basketball and brings it into front court for the Lady Admirals. A lot of bumping between her and Duval as Keely makes a beeline for the basket and is fouled en route. Foul is against Abby Gray, and she picks up her second foul. With more than one for the Lady Admirals. Very few fouls have been called. Keely Rogers with a free throw, up and good. She's now 2 of 3 from the line tonight. 6 points for the sophomore. Second one, nothing but net. So Rogers hits them both, and Farragut with its first points of the third quarter. 42-16, Lady Admirals with the lead. Kyra Bunton in front court for West. Left side, drives, leaves it off with Abduraquib, shovels it back to Gray for a 15-footer from the right elbow, no good. Madison Hodge the rebound. Hodge in front court for the Lady Admirals, pulls up against Bunton, now explodes into the lane, pull-up jumper, no good. McCall Willis with the rebound, puts it back, but it will not go down. Rim spits it out, and it's rebounded away by Porter of West. Farragut opens this second half with the same five they began the game. Madison Hodge, Claire Wyatt, McCall Willis, Keely Rogers, and Ace Strickland. Bunton for West has her pass deflected and stolen by McCall Willis. Nicely done by the sophomore. Here's Farragut in front court. Ace Strickland all the way to the basket, and they'll call an offensive foul. Strickland called for charging as Gray of West took the charge. First foul against Ace. Player control foul turns it over. Bunton walks it in front court for the Lady Rebels. 5:30 to play, third quarter. Left side pass to Duvall, who's guarded by Claire Wyatt. Looks for the cutter inside, and Strickland knocked it away from Abduraquib. The pass deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Rebels. Bunton from the baseline left into Gray, guarded by Keely Rogers. Up top to Abduraquib, bounces it to Bunton right side. Willis is on her. Bunton back to Gray on the perimeter. Gray moves into the lane, pulls up, gives to Duvall. Duvall with an entry pass for Porter, and a whistle, and I guess a foul from behind on Claire Wyatt. Her second, and she's the first Lady Admiral to pick up a second foul. First foul of Farragut, for Farragut in the second half, as this will be Porter taking an inbound feed, and a whistle sounds, and we've had it. McCall Willis called for a foul here. About to say we've had about as many fouls called in the first 3 minutes here of the third quarter as we had in the entire first half. This one is a shooting foul. Alexis Porter goes to the line for West. First toss, good. That's the first free throw for West tonight. Porter converts it. Second toss is up and good. Madison Hodge calls out the play, brings it in front court, gives to Keely Rogers right hash. Between the circles, Claire Wyatt swings it left side to Strickland, exchanges positions with Wyatt for a three-pointer off the left side, no good. Madison Hodge tipped it out, but no one over there to save it, and the ball carries out of bounds. It'll belong to West. Bunton, Abduraquib, Duvall, Porter, and Gray for Coach Hollifield. Again, it's Hodge, Rogers, Willis, Strickland, and Wyatt for Coach Mayfield. Bunton moves left, looks inside, got it down low to Porter. It was a good pass in traffic, but the ball's knocked away after a miss, and Farragut comes up with it. Claire Wyatt brings the ball in front court, pulls up at the free throw line, finds Madison Hodge in the right corner for a three that is no good. Keely Rogers sneaks in, grabs the rebound, dribbles through a maze of players, and gets the ball out top where Farragut can reset. Nicely done by Rogers. Midway through our third quarter, Farragut has only scored a couple of free throws since halftime. Hodge to Claire Wyatt. Wyatt to the right elbow. 15-footer, good by Claire. She's got 11 now. First basket since quarter number one for the Farragut senior. Farragut leads 44-18. Bunton for West. Picked up at the timeline by Madison Hodge. Gives to Abduraquib, who's guarded by Strickland. Abduraquib has the ball taken away by Madison Hodge. Dribbled right into her, and Hodge was there waiting. Here's Madison in front court, trying to dribble around Porter on her shot, and is fouled by Alexis Porter. So a couple of free throws coming from Madison Hodge. Madison with the steal at one end, fouled on the drive to the basket at the other. First foul against Porter. And so the Lady Admiral senior, Madison Hodge, with her first free throw attempt of the night, and it's too strong. Farragut 6 of 9 now from the foul line collectively. McCall Willis out of the ball game. Ashlyn Sheridan checks into the lineup for Coach Mayfield. Madison, second toss, good. She's got 8. And Farragut leads 45-18. 3:20 to play, third quarter. Bunton to Harden, seeing her first action here in the second half. Imani Harden gives off to Bunton. Bunton swings it right side to Porter, guarded by Sheridan. Into the corner to Duvall, down low to Bunton. Looked like a walk, no call. Bunton gets the ball back out top. They'll try a three by Johnson. It's way too strong, but a good rebound by Porter. Missed on the follow, though. Taken away by Claire Wyatt. Claire leading the break in front court. Nobody back for West, and Claire will hit the layup. So Claire's got 13. She goes coast to coast. Got the defensive board and outraced West's retreating defense to the basket at the other end. And so 13 points now for Claire, and it's a 47-18 lead for the Lady Admirals. 2:35 to play third quarter. Johnson looks inside. Strickland steals the ball away off a pass intended for Harden. Strickland in front court to Rogers. Rogers moves to the free throw line. Puts up a little floater with the right hand. Good. Almost looked like a little bit of improvisation there by Keely Rogers. Throws up a one-hander in the lane from about 13 feet straight in front. Good. She's got 9. And we've got a timeout being asked for by Coach Hollifield. 30-second timeout requested by the Lady Rebels. 49-18. Farragut leading by 31 with 2:18 to play in our third quarter. Lady Admirals led by 20 after 26-6, and led by 26 at halftime, 40-14. And after a slow start to this third quarter, starting to pick things up a little bit, as the lead has grown to 31. 49-18. Ashlyn Sheridan, Keely Rogers, Ace Strickland, Madison Hodge, Claire Wyatt for the Lady Admirals. And for West, Cassidy Johnson, Kyra Bunton, Imani Harden. Looks like they've gotten Faith Mills into the ball game here. First time in the second half for Mills. And also out there Duvall for Coach Hollifield. Handoff to Duvall from Johnson. Guarded there by Strickland. Gives it up to Harden. Keely Rogers is on Harden. Now to Bunton. Bunton beyond the three-point arc. Drives in off the right side. And forced the shot against multiple Lady Admiral defenders and was fouled by Strickland, who's favoring that left knee. Strickland picks up her second foul. Bunton with a free throw, up and good. So West didn't shoot any free throws in the first half. That's their third of the third quarter, and all of them have been made. Alexis Porter knocking down 2 on an earlier trip. Bunton now with 5 points as she converts the first, puts up the second. Good. So Bunton is West's leading scorer with 6 points, and Farragut is up 49-20. 1:50 to play here in the third from West High School as Madison Hodge looks over a West zone. Bounce pass left side to Rogers. They invite her to shoot. She does. Missed the three. McCall Willis in there battling for the rebound, but it's going to be taken away by Duvall. Duvall of West gives to Bunton. Bunton across the timeline. Good look down low for Harden, but Harden cannot control it. Lost it out of bounds. Turnover for the Lady Rebels. By my count, it's their 12th. So Farragut gets the ball back. Madison Hodge will bring it up, and actually she'll give it off to Keely. Madison will drift over to the left wing in front court. Sheridan on the right side, Claire White in the middle, and down low, McCall Willis, who they could get the ball to, it looked like a moment ago. Sheridan out top, Keely. And over the 2-3. Sheridan to Claire. Claire bounces it in against a double team on McCall Willis, and she's bumped and fouled from behind. They give the foul to West's Faith Mills. It'll be her second. She's the third Lady Rebel with a second foul. Nobody on either team with any more than 2 fouls. Here's Keely Rogers, left corner three-pointer, good. That's Farragut's first 3 of the second half and their third of the game. First of the night for Keely Rogers, who now has 12 points. Only Claire Wyatt with 13 has more, and Farragut leads 52-20. 40 seconds to play in the third. Duvall with the ball, left side, guarded by Wyatt. Ball was knocked away by Claire, and now Claire on the floor will be tied up. Nicely done by Claire Wyatt. She and Faith Mills both in possession of the ball. The alternate possession arrow pointing the way of the homestanding Lady Rebels. So West will keep it on its end of the floor with Bunton to inbound. And Mills was not looking for that pass. Miscommunication between teammates, and West just throws it away on the inbound. 5th turnover of the quarter, 13th of the game. Farragut gets the ball with 32 seconds to play in the third. Up by 32, 52-20. Anticipate a good boys game to follow here tonight at West High School. Both teams 4-4 in the district. Keely Rogers, right side Madison Hodge. To Ashlyn Sheridan out top, left side to Claire Wyatt. West in this zone as Claire moves to the top of the key. Left side to Sheridan. Skip pass over right side to Keely. Penetrates, gives back to Claire for a long three. Comes up short. Madison saves it in bounds, but to West as the horn sounds, ending the third. So we'll head to the fourth in our girls game with the Lady Admirals in control here at West High School, up on the homestanding Lady Rebels by 32, 52-20. Back in 1 minute with fourth quarter action as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops, presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's independent voice, I-105.
WFIV 105.3 FM, Loudon, Knoxville, Gatlinburg.
This is I-105.
Shop Farragut wishes you and the entire Admiral Sports Nation much success and happiness this exciting season, and reminds you to shop Farragut all year long. Your Farragut retailers, restaurants, and service providers have worked hard to make your shopping easy and a bargain. Follow Shop Farragut on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to get all of the deals and discounts you need. Go Admirals!
Hi, this is Dave from VT's Bakery. Hard to believe that 20 years ago we opened our little bakery in Farragut. Our promise then is the same promise we make today. We will offer only the finest handmade baked goods. Whether you come to one of the 7 farmers markets we attend each week, or come to our bakery in the Cole Shopping Center in Farragut, you will taste the quality. Come see, smell, and taste what's baking 20 years later at VG's Bakery. Handcrafted baked goods. Oh yeah.
First possession of the fourth quarter belongs to Farragut. West in a zone as Claire Wyatt gives off to Gabby Duncan on the right side. Now Claire slides into the corner, takes the pass from Duncan. Skip pass comes left side to Sheridan. Back out top to Duncan between the circles. Farragut's got Lauren White down low. McCall Willis in the middle at the free throw line. She gets the bounce pass from Sheridan, puts up the quick jumper left side, and McCall buries it. About a 12 or 13-foot jumper for McCall Willis, who has 6 points and gets Farragut on the board first here in the fourth. Lady Admirals leading 54-20 as West in front court with their first possession of the fourth quarter. Down low they go to Porter. Porter puts up a shot against White. It is no good. The ball then deflected out of bounds, and maybe we've got a foul call. McCall Willis is assessed a foul. And so for West, we got at the line here. Krishire Bullock. This is her first action of the second half, I do believe, and Bullock hits the free throw. West perfect at the line tonight. Limited opportunities. That one's missed. Bullock hits 1 of 2. Claire White with a rebound. Farragut leading 54-21. Lauren White, top of the key, thought about the shot from 17. Instead gives it up to Sheridan, who will launch from three-point range. No good. Weak side rebound goes to Porter, and Porter for West will give it off to Bunton. 6:45 to play in our girls contest with boys action to follow here at West High School this evening. And Farragut leading 54-21. West goes inside to Porter, working against McCall Willis. That's a push-off, and they called her for a travel instead. Swung the left elbow to give herself some breathing room, but rather than giving her the offensive foul, they say steps. Turnover number 14 of the night for West. Farragut in front court. Claire into the middle to McCall Willis. Jumper, good. Again, McCall with that mid-range shot. And she's got 8. Farragut leads 56-21. Lady Admirals man-to-man. Left side pass goes to Harden. Harden into the lane. Floater with the right hand. No good. Rebounded away by Gabby Duncan. Duncan to Sheridan. Sheridan for Farragut. Ahead to Claire Wyatt. Wyatt in front court. Pulls up from 17. No good. Duncan with the rebound and putback. Gabby Duncan's got 5. And the Lady Admirals with a 6-1 advantage here in the fourth quarter. Leading now 58-21 with 5:51 to play. And Coach Hollifield is using the timeout, and the teams are taking a seat on the bench, so it's a full timeout. So we'll step aside as well. Again, Farragut in control in our girls' game here at West, 58-21. Back in 1 minute with more as you listen to Farragut High School basketball presented by Pilot Food Marts on I-105.
You've got dirt, grime, and French fries from last season tucked under your front seat. From the rush of work and play, you've even collected enough dog hair in your vehicle to make a winter coat. Truth be told, your car's a mess, but the memories created will last a lifetime. Pure Magic Car Wash helps you bring back the magic in your vehicle and in your life. Stop by any of our 5 area locations today or check us out at puremagiccarwash.com. Pure Magic Car Wash. Life happens in your car. Bring back the magic.
Go Admirals, and best of luck to the student athletes of Farragut High School from Travis Marine, your exclusive dealer for Cobalt boats, Coach Tri-Tunes, and Supreme Inboards. Hyperlight Wake Surf and Wake Boards are in the pro shop, plus tubes, ski ropes, and more. Travis Marine now has off-season pricing on all boats and equipment, plus a full-service repair and parts center for all types of service needed. Travis Marine is Knoxville's only on-the-water boat dealer. You can play in their backyard anytime on Tedford Road off North Shore Drive. More at TravisMarine.com.
West able to get the ball inside. It's 3-4 cracks at it. And finally, it'll be Imani Harden scoring the basket. So an initial good look to get the ball to an open teammate down low for West. They couldn't convert the first, but got 3 offensive rebounds and finally scored on the 4th attempt from down underneath. Here's Claire White at the other end for Farragut. Tries a 3. No good. Gabby Duncan with the rebound. Gives it back to Claire. Right elbow, a 15-foot jumper by Claire. It's no good. And West rebounds it away. Lady Rebels in front court. Farragut leading 58-23 with 5 minutes to go. Bunton into the lane for West with the left hand. Throws one up off the window, and it's good. Bunton's got 8. And West with 4 points, back-to-back baskets coming out of that last time out. Gabby Duncan for Farragut. Three-pointer right side. Good. Second 3 of the ball game for Duncan. She's got 8. And Farragut uses a timeout let's see. I thought the timeout was being used just to get a player into the lineup, and looks like that's going to be the case. Lauren White, Gabby Duncan, McCall Willis, Ashlyn Sheridan, Keely Rogers on the floor for Farragut. And West has got Gray, Bullock, Harden, Mills, and Bunton. 61-25, Farragut leading after that 3 by Duncan. Ball knocked loose out at midcourt, and we're going to have a held ball. Ashlyn Sheridan hustling after it, along with the Lady Rebels, Faith Mills. And the possession arrow is to West. So Harden will inbound at midcourt for the Lady Rebels. Gives it into Bunton. Right side, Gray with it, guarded by Duncan. Bullock posting inside. Lost a handle on it. McCall Willis with the steal. Farragut in front court. Keely Rogers over to Ashlyn Sheridan. Three-pointer for Ashlyn is offline. Rebounded away weak side by Bullock of West. Given to Bunton. Bunton up the left side in front court for the Lady Rebels. Picked up man-to-man by Keely Rogers. The Lady Rebels set up their half-court offense. Right side, Mills. Now to Harden, top of the key, guarded by Duncan. Down the right side of the lane she goes and throws one up. Had to be kind of blind. She's so much smaller than everybody else on the floor, but she drew contact on the shot attempt and will, as a result, shoot a pair of free throws. Gabby Duncan given her first foul of the game. So Harden, the West freshman, with a toss that is up and no good. 2 points for Harden here earlier in this quarter. 3:35 to go in the game. Mills and Gray check out for West. Returning to the lineup, Abduraquib and Porter. Second toss by Harden, no good. Rebound tipped from Lauren White's grasp. Out of bounds, touch last by West. Farragut's basketball, 3:20 to play. Keely Rogers at the point. West stays with the zone. Farragut goes into the left corner to Sheridan, skip pass out top, goes to Rogers, inside to Willis, battling to get a shot up. It was missed. Ball deflected around, and Lauren White saves it. Gives it out to Rogers. Now at the high post of McCall Willis, mishandled it. Grabbed by Duncan, given to Sheridan in the corner. Her shot rims out. Abduraquib with the rebound. Given to Bunton. Bunton in front court for West. Down the lane she goes. Nice pass to Porter, who lays it up and in. Bunton on the assist. Porter with the layup. She's got 6, and it's 61-27. At the scorer's table for West is Samantha Sasanowski, sophomore, set to check in for the first time tonight. Farragut's got at the scorer's table Elisa Hernandez and Aubrey Stackhouse. Shot up by McCall Willis from the free throw line is good. So 15-foot shot by Willis gives her 10, and she'll check out of the game, as will Keely Rogers. So again, Farragut getting Elisa Hernandez and Aubrey Stackhouse into the ball game, and West counters with Samantha Sasanowski. 63-27 as we go under 2 minutes to play. Bunton, right side, mid-range jumper, no good. Porter grabs it, goes back up, fouled. And they give the foul to Farragut Stackhouse. Lady Admiral freshman, her first foul just into the game for the first time tonight. And Porter at the line for West. And Porter hits the free throw. 3 of 3 from the line tonight. She got 7 points. Second one, no good. Lauren White tracks down the rebound. Lady Admirals up 63-28. Led 26-6 at the end of the first quarter. Up 40-14 at halftime. Ashlyn Sheridan at the point. Bounce pass inside goes to Lauren White. White works around the defender, puts the shot up, no good. Rebounded away by the Lady Rebels. Long lead pass in front court from Bunton down low to Porter, and Porter lays it up and in. Farragut didn't get back. And Porter's got 9. And now a timeout is used in order to get Bullock back into the ballgame, replacing Porter. So Bullock for West, freshman. Grishira Bullock back into the game. 1:10 to play. Farragut leading 63-30. Ashlyn Sheridan, left side to Gabby Duncan. Lauren White asks for the ball at the free throw line. It's knocked away from her. Sheridan grabs it back. Now Sheridan being pressured by 2 Lady Rebels. Down low is able to find Stackhouse. Stackhouse to Hernandez. Hernandez in turn to White, and she's going to be stripped. Bunton with a steal. Bunton in front court. Pulls up. Backs it out. 45 seconds to play. Bounce pass goes inside to Sasanowski. Squares up. Knocks it home off the window. Samantha Sasanowski, sophomore for West, wasn't on the roster in the first meeting. She's an addition, and she scores the basket. Coach Hollifield excited for her sophomore. Makes it 63-32. Hernandez for Farragut's going to launch a 3. High arcing shot comes up short. Abduraquib takes it for West, brings it in front court. Duncan there defensively as Abduraquib shut down. Gives the ball back to Bunton. Bunton walked, no call. Drives to the basket. Scores the basket and is fouled. Foul on Gabby Duncan. And Bunton with a chance to complete a 3-point play. 10 points for the West junior. Free throw missed. And Farragut comes up with it. Lauren White. Lauren gives to Ashlyn. Ashlyn Sheridan across the timeline with 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Pass goes to Duncan in the corner. And the horn sounds. Lady Admirals with the victory. 63-34 as Farragut moves to 7-2 in the district. And 16-6 overall with the 29-point victory. West drops to 7-12 on the year, now 1-8 in District 4 AAA play. We'll step aside here, get a 2-minute break, and return on the other side to run down the final numbers in our girls contest. Still to come, boys action should be a good one. West and Farragut both 4-4 in district play. Admirals looking for the season sweep of the Rebels, but West playing some of its best basketball, certainly, of the season currently. So a 2-minute break. We'll return to look at the final numbers in our girls game as Farragut wins at 63-34. You're listening to Farragut High School Basketball presented by Pilot Food Marts on I-105.